Good morning, WinStar Wanderers. It is Wednesday, May 20th. We have a special guest with us today, Marsha Lures, our travel agent. So we are going to introduce you to her and kind of go over some of the things that she can do for you. So grab your cup of coffee and listen in. Um, um, so we'll jump right in. So Marsha, tell everyone a little about yourself and your background in travel.
Well, 2026 marks my 30th year in travel. I'm very excited to be back after a 6-year hiatus. I'm looking forward to having all my friends and customers come in and even new clients.
Yeah, and so far we've seen quite a few returning people come in that
We have.
know
It's been
you.
fun.
Um, so what exactly, when they come in, what exactly do you do as a full service travel agent? Like, what can you help them with?
Well, I take all the stress out of their life, or try to, and let them look forward to their vacation, and I do all their planning for them. I'll start with maybe the airlines and the hotels, and I'll make it a package for them so they don't have to worry about anything.
That would make my vacation more relaxing. I think that's like the biggest stress of all is trying
It
to
is, trying
plan
to
all of
coordinate
that.
everything, and
Mhm.
it is. Airlines especially get quite confusing when you're trying to match it with dates and hotels and
Oh,
everything.
definitely. Especially when you're going from one time zone to another or like going across to Europe. That can definitely get
Exactly.
confusing. What kind of trips can people come to you for help and planning?
Um, just about anything. I can make their Disney vacation magical. I can help them with all-inclusives in the Caribbean, Mexico, wherever they choose to be. Also, I can help them plan a custom-made tour if they want to fly to California and rent a car and maybe just go up the coast. I've had that done before, and it's quite enjoyable for people just to, they think they're on their own, but everything's planned ahead.
Oh, nice. Um, and a lot of you may not realize that you also handle our flight tours here in the office. What do you have planned for this year and for 2027?
Well, I've got some exciting trips coming up. This year we've got Greece. We're doing the Athens and then the Greek island. That's coming up in October. Um, Perfect time to be there. It's not as hot as normal, and it's just a beautiful setting to be in. And then we also have Hawaii and the three islands coming up in November. November's getting kind of chilly and yucky here, so let's take off and do some relaxation before all the busy holidays activities kick in. Next year, we're looking at Nova Scotia, uh, somewhere I'm looking forward to going. And then one of my favorite trips is the Canadian Rail. I've done that trip twice, and every time I do it, it's just exciting. It's just so much to see and learn. It's absolutely gorgeous up there. I join you all to join that one because it really is a fascinating tour.
And what's the biggest advantage of traveling on one of these guided flight tours instead of planning this yourself?
Well, besides partnering with Colette and Premier Vacation, they help me get all the information together. They help me plan your flights, your tours, your destinations, your hotels. Everything comes in a package where you don't have to do anything except make sure all your travel documents are in order, make sure your passport's up to date. 6 months before expiration is what they recommend. And then also, all you gotta do is pack and go. Everything's set up for you. You get to actually relax and enjoy your vacation.
Nice. And I like that fact that, if they travel with us, you can assist them with their travel documents
I
and
can.
stuff like
I can
that.
help
That's
you
really
with,
nice.
if you need, if you're doing a South American cruise, I can help you with your visa for, let's say, Chile. And so little things like that, you don't have to worry about it. I'll worry about it and take care of it for you.
All right. Well, we're going to do a little bit of a lightning round for fun.
Okay.
So, what is your favorite destination that you visited?
I have to say Cuba out of the country, and my favorite in the country has to be Alaska. Um, Alaska has so much land and sea adventures that you never can fulfill them as you're going up there. I always have people go back and I always wondered why. It's so expansive. You have to have multiple trips to really actually enjoy it and, just take it all in.
Yeah. And Alaska's one of those that every season offers something
It does.
different, very different. So you definitely want to go
It does.
multiple times. What's one destination that's still on your bucket list?
I'd have to say Amsterdam, even though I've been there several times. I've never had a chance to visit the Anne Frank home. And there's always a line wrapped around the block, and I've never had the time to get there and go in. But that's something that I honestly want to sneak in and try to do sometime in there.
Yeah, I've heard that that's like one of the best museums
It
to
is.
go to.
I mean, it's the
so.
actual home where she lived in and grew up, and they've got the small annex that they lived in above a grocery store or office where they used to hide them up above. So it's very interesting.
Oh, that's neat. So this one's a fun one. A window or an aisle seat?
I like to look out the window, but if it's a long flight overseas, I'd rather do an aisle. That way, I'd rather have people climb over me than me climb over them.
I can agree with that. A beach vacation or a vacation in the mountains?
That's a hard one because I love both, but I think I'd have to say a beach vacation because doing an all-inclusive is my favorite, and it's basically all set up for you. You don't have to carry money around. You just go and enjoy the sunshine while us in Iowa just sucker up and embrace the cold. You always want to do an all-inclusive when it's nice and cold out in Iowa.
What would be your best travel tip?
Oh, that I would say, number one is Ziploc bags. Something always gets wet, or you find something you want to bring home, you can separate it from things in your luggage. And another one is a journal. No matter what trip you go on, as it tends to go on, you forget little details, and maybe something sparked your interest and you forget. So I journal a lot. I want to be able to relive everything I saw and have it brought back to mind because there's so much to remember.
Yeah. There always is. There's always something that you forget and then you'll remember much later.
Exactly.
What is your must-have item in your carry-on?
I would say snacks. Airport charge so much for snacks. I usually take my own, and you just have to be selective about what you take, and the airlines don't have a problem with it. Another thing, I take an empty water bottle because I'm not going to pay for water in the airport. So I take my empty water bottle through security, and I go fill it up before I get on the flight, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and more of the airports I've noticed are getting those water bottle refill stations, which make it so much
Those
easier.
are really nice. So you get fresh, clean water, so you don't have to worry about having something.
Yeah. Well, that is all I have for you. And then I did want to touch on a little bit. Last week I went to North Dakota for Accent West, which is a smaller travel conference. And while there, we got to do a familiarization tour of North Dakota. We saw a lot of really neat things in Minot and in Newtown, North Dakota, and then we ended in Medora, which I know a lot of you are familiar with Medora. It was my first time there, and I have to say Medora is very surreal. Just because it looks like an Old West town and it's tucked right into the Badlands, so you walk out and you just feel like you're on a movie set.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's, nothing, it doesn't feel very real there, but it was really, I can see why people love it now. It definitely was a really great experience. And then we also got to have a little bit of a tour of the new Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library, which opens this summer on July 4th. You'll definitely want to get out there and visit it, and I think we're going to have a North Dakota tour coming up in the next year or so. So watch out for that. And that is all we have for you today. So, hope you will join us on an upcoming tour, and happy trails.